Thomas Rotherham College, centre number 36461, Unit 2, developing skills and techniques for live performance. Task 2, Blackout performance.
Jack Thomas Franklin, candidate number 5773, multi-roller.
Emily Louise Aston, candidate number 5045, multi-rolling.
Ewan Conway, candidate number 5171, multi-rolling.
Imagine!
You wake up
You open your eyes.
and you're like,
Where am I?
a small room,
Bright lights.
wide walls and a metal door.
Oh my god!
Imagine. You wake up and you're in a jail cell.
You go up to the door, you bang your fists, screaming, shouting!
Screaming, shouting! Screaming, shouting!
What am I doing in here? And imagine, the police guy comes up to the door.
And he's like,
Keep it down!
and you're like,
What did I do?
Ah, do you not know?
you shake your head.
What? And the police guy just looks at you like you're a pure thug or something.
Imagine.
He just looks at you and he goes,
You get in charge of attempted murder, wee man.
And you're like that.
oh no, what did I do? And then you'd start remembering everything.
Right from the beginning, you try to remember.
How did I get here? So you'd start remembering your dad. He was a woman beater. He beat up your mum every day. From the day they got married, right up to the day they got divorced. He used to beat her to a pulp. So she stopped working. She wouldn't go out the house.
Cause she was embarrassed!
She didn't want to walk down the street with her face all black and blue. And you'd remember that your man didn't want you to grow up just to be like him. He wanted you to be a famous lawyer.
Or a famous doctor.
Or a famous whatever.
And you'd remember that you were poor. But you weren't poor.
Because your ma still made sure there was dinner on the table every night.
She'd give you a last penny. She didn't care about herself.
But you'd remember that you never really spoke to her.
Because you'd come straight home from school and go straight up the stairs.
James,
Aye.
your dinner's out.
Grab the plate. Thanks, Ma. Back up the stairs. So you never really spoke to her. But then you remember your granddad. He was the closest thing you had to a father figure.
Put you under his wing.
He did everything a dad would do.
He'd hold your hand and walk you down to the shop.
He'll play daft weekends with you.
But best of all, he teased you the Rangers game.
Oh,
every
come on,
Saturday.
come on. Oh, pedal it. Oh,
yeah, but you want it.
Woo! And he takes you the orange ones too.
He taught to play the flute, but not to play the sarge.
Oh, how goes the flag out the way?
He taught to keep that kind of thing to yourself. But then
he got his cancer.
You'd remember that. So every night, you'd go and sit with him.
Play a game of cards. Maybe help him do a jigsaw. Have a cup of tea and look out the back window.
And then you remember these boys' father scheme used to fight with the other boys' father scheme down the road. Used to run at each other with balls and bricks.
Ah!
And it would be poles and baseball bats. And then it would be knives. Your granddad would say,
Is that a weak boy with a sword?
am I really seeing this? And you think to yourself, what are they fighting for?
Because your granddad never went out and started hitting people.
He got his pointing across with his mouth, not with his hands.
All he had to do was talk. And people would listen.
And you'd remember that you always wanted to grow up just to be like him. But when you were growing up, you didn't have that many pals.
Because you were too quiet.
You were shy.
You were the wee, shy, neddy boy.
You didn't fit in with anybody.
And the pals you did have, they just used you, if you know what I mean. Because if it was a pure, brilliant, sunny day, then they would all go outside and leave you in the house. But if it was raining outside, they would soon soon come to your bit and go,
Hi, James.
I've not seen you in a while. How have you been, Aki?
Can you come and sit in for a while?
they didn't care about you. They just wanted somewhere to sit.
We just wanted somewhere to sit.
And then you'd be at school. You'd be bullied just for being a goth. Because you had black hair and you wore black combats. They used to call you...
That gimp!
Ah, look at him. You dirty goth. Do you shine dead people?
What?
You do. I've seen you going up to graveyards hanging a boot.
Ah, Pug digging up the coffins and raping the corpses.
Dirty beast.
And then there's the beatings. There was this one bully. He would take off his belt, wrap it around his knuckles, and beat you with it. He'd chuck you down the stairs.
Ah!
Kick ya in the ribs. Kick, 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 kick.
Death to the gimp!
Death to the gimp.
Death to the gimp!
Death to the gimp.
Death to the gimp! Death to the gimp!
And then they would just swagger off.
And leave you there, lying on the ground.
Curled in a wee ball.
You'd remember that.
You'd remember every punch. And you'd remember you had no one to turn to.
Because your granddad was in hospital.
So you're just sitting all night to watch horror films.
Night after night.
Or read books about serial killers.
And just look at all the pictures.
You would have bought us for it.
Gave you a thrill.
Reading about killers.
Because they're normal people, but they're mysterious. What makes them tick?
What makes them tick?
What makes them tick?
What makes them go insane?
What makes them go insane?
What makes them go insane?
What can make someone do it to somebody?
What can make somebody do it to somebody?
What can make someone do it to somebody?
It
fascinated you!
It fascinated you.